you've been told?
I don't know what you've been told.
The interviewer is hot.
The interviewer is so hot.
I don't know if it's the jacket or the heater.
But the bottom line, he is hot.
The bottom line is hot.
It's the heater. Yeah. So they were Navan literally.
Okay.
You see this song.
This is now we're living.
We are actually at Hatfield. Yeah.
Okay, so
before that.
Yeah, we are leading up to the last 2 kilometers.
Hartepies, we leave Hartepies.
Yeah.
Last week,
there
were 2 incidences.
Okay. Oh, this is now your police report.
No.
Yeah.
This is after we've done Moinoi, police have escorted us. Now we are at Hartis garage. Caltex meets another beautiful soul, Dion.
Yeah.
And his team.
Yeah.
And then he says to us, "Oh, okay." Mo went and requested that garden for him to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we find him. Oh, we didn't find him. He came back later on, but everything was sorted out. Fine. And then we explain the route we're going to take, and he says, "No, you can't go there."
Yeah.
Because last week there were 2 spiking incidents. And then there's somebody that was robbed.
Yeah.
Around the same time you want to go.
Yeah.
So there's no way
you can go through that.
That you can go through that.
Yeah.
And anyway, we know this person around the area. He can actually at least take you over the next to just after where the incidents occurred.
Yeah.
So you can't walk. So because we're supposed to leave at 3 a.m.
Okay.
Now imagine walking next to a squatter camp 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's the 3 of us. So it was not safe.
Yeah, so
there?
no,
It's not an issue.
Yeah, but
I think
there was already an incident that had happened.
Yeah, so I think the one thing that we're very careful of is that the walk needed to happen, but at the same time it needed to be incident free.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it's the reality of our country.
Yes.
There's no way that you can
we needed to manage the risk.
And there was no way that you could especially when people of the area warn you and ignore that. So we took that, and then from there this Good Samaritan, another angel, came to our rescue and took us to after where the incidents occurred. And then you've never seen such energy.
Yeah. This is now from how many kilometers now going forward?
We are now, I think 20 kilometers.
20 kilometers, yes.
Away from things.
From Tekis, from
about 22 kilometers from
Tekis.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the last. This is 1990 now.
We are seeing democracy.
We heard Mandela has walked out of John Foster.
Yes.
And this
There's
Mandela
coming.
this Mandela that we have never seen for 27 years. Some people were born the head of this Mandela and they thought maybe it's just a myth.
Yes. You remember there was a sweeper and a pacemaker.
Yes.
The boss lady was no longer in between.
Yes.
She was the pacemaker.
I wanted to I'm glad that happened because we didn't speak about it in the previous segment. The previous segment when we were speaking about why you would hold on to such a thing, that sort of a thing. Because now, as you are saying...
The first 2
section,
she was protected all the way.
Yes.
In fact, the first section, she was a baby.
Yes.
Because she was nursed all the way.
Yes.
The second, she was a toddler.
Yeah.
Trotting along.
Yes.
The last one.
Yeah.
She was the boss lady.
That's where she was calling the shots.
No, she was the boss lady.
I do not know where the energy came from.
She was the boss lady.
This is the last 20 kilometers.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last 22.
The pace.
Yeah.
The pace.
the pace, the comfort.
Yeah.
She was the leader.
I don't know.
She was dictating the pace.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We could have
To an
easily
extent-
have arrived at 10 o'clock.
To an extent, I actually said, no, slow down. Pole, pole.
Pole, pole.
Soldier was.
And we actually took a kilometer extra.
Eh,
And then what? You know what was happening? That kilometer extra that we took.
Yeah.
She held my hand and says, "Take out the flag and hold it on your hand. Now
Yes.
you are a kilometer away
Away.
or 2 kilometers away."
Oh, so- yeah.
Then I held it.
Yeah.
And then she started talking to me. You are there, girl. You are
Yeah.
there.
Sing.
Utsele.
Yeah.
Utsele.
she was crying.
And then I was
and
crying
running
recklessly.
for
Running.
2 kilometers.
Holding a flag.
The last 2
that
You
kilometers.
took a walk and
Actually,
you turned it into
actually,
a
Raga-
marathon.
We went refitting.
Raga-
Rayo Chicago, Josh, something.
Eh,
I wish
Thing.
somebody actually.
Just
And
Yeah.
we had to come back.
Yes, we had to come back a kilometer back again.
What?
I know she was possessed.
Yeah.
No, today she was possessed.
I was somewhere.
I think we
I
realized.
could see in my head.
Yeah.
I could see those kids in
The
a
class.
techno center.
Yeah.
I could see. They were vivid.
Yeah.
I could almost touch them.
Just that.
We are almost there. We are almost there. We are going powerful. We are finishing strong. You are strong.
This is where you are taking over now.
Yes.
Where you are
Now
running.
the baton is being handed over
Yeah.
for go girl.
Crying. Rafting Tamavik. Almost the power, the pain, the blisters don't mean anything. We are almost there. We are almost there.
I've never had such an
Can you see how fast?
Yeah.
Strong. You are
Then she let go of me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was running. People were.
I was behind.
Yeah. Why? I do not know. All I could see.
And the thing is, all of the people out there
Yeah.
were not here in this moment.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I was a little bit ahead of them.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you went
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, we went to the bathroom.
No, it was long
Yeah, it
after
was.
the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, the back.
I was ahead of you and I heard this talking and wow, let me capture this. And no, I think you were ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I had the talking in front of me and I rushed
Yeah.
and then I indicated to her.
Yeah.
And then I
I
went
did
in
not
front.
even see that.
Now,
Yeah.
the whole world that has seen all this
Yeah.
was not in this moment. This is just one Matchak and little Pekinini elephant
Yeah.
moment.
That was now coming.
Mother
up
elephant
with
saying,
Yeah.
I'm leaving you on your own now.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I know she was running.
It felt like it were now.
When you
she,
saw her,
yeah. When she left my hand
Yeah.
and says, "Go, girl," the whole struggles you have ever struggled throughout your life, from
Get
the whole
into it.
year of the struggle and
Yeah.
whatever, it was cathartic. I could.
she was possessed.
Kuri, she was telling me exactly.
What you had to hear.
She was saying, "Go do it," and in that I could see those kids,
Yeah.
which I do not know,
Yeah.
seated in a techno center developing something for their own,
Yeah.
for free,
Yeah.
without being asked anything,
Yeah.
and being able to replicate whatever their mind says they are capable of,
Are you saying for free?
and duplicate it.
At the expense of your blisters.
The price is
Your
been
blisters.
It's been paid.
Hey.
It is paid. I've paid for it.
There's nothing for Mahana. Always somebody pays for something. You paid with blisters.
Yeah.
When I saw those blisters and they were red, I was like, is this a punishment you got? I was unaware that all the time you were getting this head. Then you are head shame with.
Something cool.
Yeah, it is nothing. It's
Yeah.
fulfilling more than when we were practicing.
Yeah.
I used to say to him, Kili has nothing on me, meaning Kilimanjaro has nothing on me. Kilimanjaro has. So this was my mountain, my history, my lineage. This was my mountain. Breaking all those negative self-talk that I've had over and over and over and over the years. So when she was cutting that cord, when she was telling me all those, go girl, never stop, go, run, go.
And you ran.
And I ran. I promise, if anything, I owe them to continue running and running for others, just like they have ran behind me.
You are running low.
Yeah. Just like they did for me.
Yeah.
Linda, I hope one day I can do the same for those I know.
You're doing it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that is my.
You know, you can use this one.
All right. No, it will be fine. Current into the charger.
Oh, okay.
So I hope one day to hold somebody's hand, whether virtually or otherwise, and says, you see that invisible ceiling, that invisible line they always taught you it existed.
Yeah.
You can actually break through, because this is what she was telling me.
Yeah.
Hore, everything you imagined was impossible, that nobody trusted you, nobody can come in and help you, and then you are alone and whatever. We are here. Meaning the Black Nation is here. She's representing all the mothers, all the sisters, all the girls, all the whoever's. He's representing all the fathers, the husbands, everybody.
You are representing everything that is good.
Yes.
That is
everything that is good about Black. That I've always
No, it's not about Black. It's about humanity.
Humanity.
Because we've seen young, like the guy who helped us from
Mahalis.
a young man from 21 young man.
Yeah.
The guy who came and out of the blue gave him
50 rand and says, I love what you are doing. I don't have anything on me, but please take this for your meal.
Yeah.
Moinoi police station. Dion and Fernando and his team, meaning his staff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those people seem like they came from a city.
Ritz.
Yes.
Yeah.
They seem like they come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Mara, what it says.
The chairman Mo that comes out from nowhere and says, Kimo dating, they said you just left. It was a pleasant surprise.
Actually, that was nice.
Yeah. Because we've never really met. Never, not even once.
It's our first meeting.
It's our first meeting.
No, you see, when I very basic, your things is you I actually happening because of people you don't know.
Yeah. People who just believe. I cannot.
It's not people who just believe. The thing is when you don't believe how big the universe is. Because I didn't have to believe in anything. I did not know anything about Switch. I didn't even know what I came here to do.
You asked a lot of questions on the way from box back.
Exactly. I didn't know.
But she had committed already.
But I committed.
What you were practicing how much?
I didn't even know.
Yeah, she wasn't doing that. She just said, more. When you guys were practicing the shop.
The service neck.
Yeah, she and I had not had that practice. She was saying,
no, I was on top of Dragon's Back. Doing other things.
Yeah, not knowing
of my
you are gonna do something double bigger than what you had just done.
Exactly.
With Dragon's Back. Why did you let go of her? Why did you not, one, keep up with her, or two, continue to pace her, in inverted commas?
Everybody has a journey.
Yeah.
And this is her journey, not my journey.
Yeah.
And in your journey, you've got support, but the destination, so it's hers, not mine. Now I'm here for a reason, and the reason that I was here for, I had already done it.
Yeah.
My journey finished yesterday
Yeah.
when we reached Hartis.
Artis.
But today,
Yeah.
it wasn't mine. Hence, she led all the way.
Yeah.
The first 2 days, I was leading
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I didn't even have the energy to lead
Yeah.
at the pace she
Because
was.
you know why I want to ask that question? There's this saying or perception ya gore successful black women in corporate hold down other women.
That has been my experience until
Yes, and that's
Now.
why I want to, even if it's true, I don't want to waste the opportunity to say, but in this instance, it was not true, right?
Can I?
Because I want to come to you liberated or vindicated the concept or the notion that those people, let's say in this case, if you embody them, you know, as she said, you're the soldier, you were the operational leader, you were the one that said 4 o'clock hack, right? But when time came for you now at the finishing line to actually really take credit and finish with her, whatever, the same way she said, you know, patriarchy, what they say, it
Suppresses.
it suppresses or it dominates, whatever. Again, we also have to free that corporate lady who, yes, you suffered to get to where you were, you know. For you to be able to take the call 24 hours before, as you said, you had to have been ready. So you had, number one, earned your stripes. But you knew that this is just another opportunity to add mileage to the legs. And when you came and you were fixing the bag and you were whatever, and you were stripping things away, why do we need this? Why do we need that? You know, in commander mode, you were showing your experience. You were engaging and you were showing that these are the stripes that I had earned. And I'm sure parts of her was wondering, oh, this is why I kept this to myself. Look, now I was told this is a list of things I need. Now she's saying I don't need them and I don't even know her. You know, she just arrived. You know.
to be honest, because I've been alone in this for the longest of time,
Yes.
I was actually glad somebody else was taking decisions on my behalf.
Yes.
I acknowledged I knew nothing, I could not do anything. Or I was so tired, I was fatigued.
Yes.
I could not even have had an account.
Yeah. You
for
did
the
say
thing.
that she pressed.
She
and-
was the
yeah.
one who said, no, but why don't you do it this way? And I sat here for about an hour struggling with it and struggling and
Yeah.
struggling. You understand? I was so exhausted.
It took
and
less than a minute.
yeah. And I did not sleep for many days because now this was becoming real. I was worrying, I was
Yeah.
trying to coordinate and whatever. I
Yeah.
still had my normal work. I still had to mother people. I still had to plan this thing through. And I remember I'm planning it
Yes,
with my
while-
fields folded. I'm
yes.
picking up things like this
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
open arms. So
Yeah.
this is what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then when she was saying, are you sure you need this one? Like, we're taking it out and whatever.
Yeah.
I accepted it without defense. I was not defensive.
Yeah.
I was, this time I've
You
let
had
go.
surrendered.
Correct. There's
Yeah.
nothing I can, beyond this,
Yeah.
whether pass or fail, this
Yeah.
one, I cannot do anything from here. I have no
Yeah.
control over this.
But in hindsight, when you look at what we took out,
It was a lot. I would have died.
that's the bags she was supposed to carry.
Yeah.
And
It would have
half of the things that we took, she didn't even use. We actually had to let them go somewhere.
Yeah.
But coming back to what you were saying
Good
about
question.
women suppressing
Other women.
other women,
Yeah.
I would agree, but I wouldn't agree with
Yeah.
that statement.
I want us to speak to this event. Tsa gore how it's happening in corporate, ke tsa bona.
No,
We're
no,
just
no, no,
borrowing. Yeah.
no. Ke tlo di
Yeah.
bolela. In fact, I think it's important that we
Yeah.
actually do both sides.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I've been in corporate, I've been in
Yes.
senior positions and technical.
Yes.
And technical, there's not a lot of black women.
Yes.
There are times where you remember you asked me gape ka gore why did I actually accept? And I said I was ready.
Yes.
I was ready,
Yes.
and because I've been training,
Yes.
and I knew what I'm capable of it. In corporate, sometimes what is happening, Karona, which is something that I love about this project as well, is that kids now, Baba feel entitled.
Yeah.
We're talking about engineering and mechanics and stuff. I finished my engineering degree. I didn't even know how a valve looked like. As an engineer, qualified engineer with BSc, I didn't know how a valve operates. And you get to incorporate, because you are an engineer qualified, you expect in a certain position without you earning the stripes.
Yeah.
So part of the failure
Yeah.
as a senior person, remember you take responsibility of your whole nation.
Yes.
You take responsibility of your whole blackness,
Yes.
your female
Yes.
things. Now, if you bring somebody and that person fails, it's your failure.
Yes.
It's your own failure.
Yes.
Now, sometimes, because of the attitude,
Yes.
when attitude I knew about this project,
Yes.
you get to have that attitude at that level. Pella,
I'm not gonna tolerate
I'm not
you
gonna.
because you represent me.
No. I'm not gonna take failure, because I'm not ready for that failure.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you get caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
I need to mentor,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there's this pressure from here.
Yeah.
Because half failure, but you understand.
Yeah.
So you get to be caught between a rock and a hard place, where sometimes it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, you get element of people that are very selfish,
Yeah.
that wants to be in their own space, and the first. You get elements
Yeah.
like that, but there are times where it's actually very
Yeah.
difficult.
And
Where
you-
you want to
yeah.
pull,
Yeah.
but you want to push, but there's always this pull back,
Yeah.
and limutu asatse accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Santradiza. But I mean, I'll make another good example in my life. As I told you, I'm a farmer, and I normally take interns from the colleges and universities. And when they get to the farm, they don't want to go and clean the manure.
Yeah.
He wants an office job.
Yeah.
Okay, how would you be able to do an administration?
Yeah.
You need to know what you need to do.
That's
So you get so you
Yeah.
get caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
You want to give opportunity, and it doesn't. So coming back to this one,
Yes.
you know, when you're dealing with somebody who wants, you've mentioned something very important,
Yeah.
that you don't invest in survival businesses. You invest in entrepreneurs,
Yes.
because that person, the mind is different.
Yes.
He operates at a different level.
Yes.
Now here, initially, remember, we needed to make sure she was not comfortable, she was not confident. We needed to make sure that no man, I'm young. That's an old woman.
Yes.
And that's a fat old woman. I'm thinner than her.
Yes.
Why is she stronger than me?
Yes.
I can do it.
Yes.
Now I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. She's aspiring to me.
Yeah.
Now that I've done it after 2 days, no man, I'm strong.
Yeah.
So that's why you give an opportunity to say,
Yeah.
go, you can do it. Shine.
I guess that's the handing over of power.
Yes.
Yeah, the power that she has as a matriarch, she's
Yeah.
giving it to the next generation, I guess.
Yeah.
Because she has lived her life and
Yeah.
her stripes. She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Indirectly, this is my social entrepreneurism.
Yeah.
She is handing over that. Yes,
Yeah.
we broke the ceiling. We were the first black engineers, black female engineers, and whatever. And then which means even when I was not aware of it,
Yeah.
she opened that path for me
Yes.
somewhere in the world,
Yes.
because Nago Impala, I was an analyst there.
Yeah.
You understand? She paved the ground
Yeah.
for me and people like her. And then now I understand the difficulty. Now I'm looking back at black female leadership.
Yeah.
Not just
Different.
not just female leaders, even males.
Males, yeah.
For the
We
hardships.
haven't even touched
Yes,
males, yeah.
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 For sometimes the reason why we think they are not looking out for us, they are not pulling us up and whatever, is partly one, the bureaucracy, two, when they fail the whole nation, and then the incompetency of one person, it's given to the whole nation. And then the responsibility that they have to prove that they are worth it, they have to be there, they have a right to be there, they belong. It somehow reminds me of myself in a way that
Exactly.
I had, what do they call this? Not a false mentality, imposter.
Okay.
Like,
I've heard of that, yes.
yes, imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Where I started working at projects. It's only now hitting me. When I started working at projects, I felt I did not belong because majority of the, yes, I don't deserve it. Majority of the people who sat there, they were very senior in terms of titles within the company. And then there was one female in that project, and she was Polish, white, foreigner. Then I was called in. I became a representative of all the blacks. A representative, because, and then that's why I said I worked myself into a bone trying to prove to them. And then now looking back is that I understand the plight they were going through, where they were, that they wanted to pull, but while they are pulling, they are being pushed down. By the structures that they have no control over. Like we say, they were free. They were free, not sovereign. They had policies to adhere to, and then they had the status quo, because some of the policies are subtle and silent, telling you, you cannot do it, when they tell you, no, the department can only have 4 people. And then when you look at it, the people who are there are all white, and then they are under 20. What are the chances you will hire a new person? Or they are around 20, 30s. What are the chances you'll hire a new black person in the near future?
But after 3 months, there's Uncle Van der Veek's coming in.
Yes, into the system.
To shadow.
When there comes in somebody, a Rose, you hire a Rose, they call it nepotism. Or what did Rose do to get here? What does she have? I have reported to very many people without even matric. And it was okay.
But coming back to this, why did you feel
when she let go? So I asked her, why did she let go? And she said it wasn't my journey.
I felt trusted, actually.
You felt trusted?
I felt trusted. I felt trusted. For the imposter syndrome, which I was trying to get to, is that, no, this is it. This is mine. I own it. Should it work out? Should it fail? Should it not turn out the way? It is mine.
And did you feel the weight now that now you are carrying the team?
They were not such a heavy team, but I felt like a leader, especially when I saw my daughter approaching. And then I felt like it could not have happened any better. The matriarch has given it to me. I'm giving it to her. I hope she realizes these steps that we are going through. This is it. This is generational. Your topic, from, you see this generation. We are handing it over. We have broken, which means when she was saying this, she was, my baby, go ahead, run, this is yours. Now it is yours.
Actually, I could be your mother.
Easy.
I could have been your mother. So it's 3 generations.
3 generations. She was cutting the cord for the trauma of slavery, colonialism, self-doubt, poor self-esteem. You are not worth it. He was cutting it. That was a cord-cutting session when she let me go. I cannot quite remember if I did or she did.
I let you go.
But that was cord cutting, which means this trauma I was talking about all this time that I've had. My hope is it never transfers to her.
Yeah.
It never gets to my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me what you felt in that last 2 kilometers, and then after you stopped, what came, wara. But I just want to speak to that letting go, and especially you mentioned imposter syndrome, and I read a Harvard study that actually I liked. They said there's no such thing as imposter syndrome. There's only environments in which you are not supported. You know, but imposter syndrome is a very, very difficult medical condition to have. Most of the time you are unsupported. Not that it's imposter syndrome. You feel like you don't belong because you have not been given the tools, the team, the whatever to succeed. It's not that you have a syndrome or whatever that says you don't deserve this or you don't belong here. You are just unsupported. The reason why I say that, or the reason why I wanted to also
You've done it, my boss lady. You've
This
done
is-
it for Switch. You've done it for all the underprivileged children. You've done it, my girl. Raise
the
it
last
high.
2 kilometers.
You are a kilometer away. Raise it
I was
high.
breathing.
You are 900 meters away.
Yeah. She was beating the veterans.
Yes.
We're gonna engage on this now. And what happened? Nah, if I hear you from start to finish, you had a coach, you had a guider, you had the patriarchal role, whatever, and then from there the matriarch said, "We will do this now. This is our baby to deliver. It's your baby." Because I also want to touch on the very important thing that you say. Throughout the journey, they called you boss. Even at the beginning.
When I did not feel like one.
Yes, even at the beginning, they called you boss.
That's
Even though
actually
when
the
you was-
first WhatsApp
Yeah.
when we were sharing pictures because we did not know each other. I was
Yes.
introduced. This is our
Boss.
lady.
Exactly. So,
And then I was like,
eh,
and I did not take it. I was
Yeah.
like,
yeah. So knowing that she's going to be the soldier, she's going to be the leader, she's going to do whatever. The sweeper, knowing that he's the sweeper, he's the the path charter, whatever. They still called you boss lady, even when you were doing nothing at that point. They called you boss lady. They said kistulo sa house. You're not ready yet, but kisahao, and this is what we're gonna do. And they supported you throughout the journey.
yeah.
And you earned your stripes.
Yeah.
You earned your stripes up until graduation last night. And then this morning,
This is
when you
go
guys
apply your
started,
knowledge.
they then made way for you, as they say. It was now really
Apply
chance for
No,
boss
we
lady
didn't
to
make way.
Yes.
She took
You
charge.
took charge. Yeah, you
She
took
actually
ownership
realized
of yours.
she took
Yes.
owner. We did not make
Make
way.
way.
We did
Yes.
not even say, sorry, we're going to do it this way.
Yes.
It just automatically happened. We didn't.
And where was the imposter syndrome there? It couldn't have been there, could it? Because
It couldn't have been there.
they had given you
It was
everything
my
that
role.
you needed,
It was-
and now it
yes.
was time for
They
your
equipped
role.
me. They
Yeah.
ensured I had what I needed to lead
Yeah,
and am capable to do it.
Yeah.
They knew I was qualified to do it.
yeah. They had nursed your
And
blisters.
you have changed
I just wanted
Yeah.
to change
my
that.
frame of-
No.
Yeah.
We didn't know that you're qualified.
Mm.
You knew.
Yes.
We did not tell you, Horbona, today you are leading.
And
From
then-
when we started, you were leading the exercises. Let's
Yeah.
start. This today.
They didn't decide in secret.
didn't know.
Today we are gonna give her a chance.
No.
Eh,
It's because she had gained confidence
Yeah.
and she had basically gone out of the shackles, if she was in
Yes.
shackles.
yes.
And then she took charge. We didn't tell you, did we?
There was never a discussion. It was like,
It
Yeah.
just happened.
Basta rahaba, Because I remember at some point-
Exactly.
And then I was like,
I had to stop her. Slow down. And she couldn't.
And I gave
was slowly down for probably about maybe 50 meters.
Yeah.
And then
No, Papa, I could not stop. I could not stop.
20 kilometers, 22.
This is 22 kilometers
Yes.
away.
Yes.
They held you back for 50 meters.
We stopped at some point.
Yeah.
Not because I am tired.
Because I was
and
scared that she was going to
Yeah.
be. You know when you are too excited,
Yes.
your adrenaline will be pumping so much,
Yes.
and then you could stop, and then
Yes.
from the unlock everything.
Yes.
So at the rate she was going, I was scared for ish.
Yeah.
Or something.
Which is very important. Let's speak about that, then we'll take the last part. Nah? Because now once she has taken charge, she's flourishing. You know, I'll use football players, right? When now they've been let go, they are now shining. There's still that last stop that is necessary that says, pause, take it in, because at some point you are going to log if you don't rest. What informs that? Number one, what informs it? I think that's the easy part. But number two, how do you then stop her? Because it can also be perceived, or you can even feel it in yourself as if either you are jealous or you are stopping progress. Now that she's finally found her stride, you are trying to derail her by saying, let's stop.
I think what was important is we had already established a rapport.
Trust.
Okay.
And trust.
Yes.
So she knew, I think, without even discussing it deep down, we got her interest at heart.
Yes.
And the fact that we came here and it was not planned,
Yes.
it showed that we had the interest at heart. I think,
Yeah.
and it is not something that it was discussed. Because
Yes.
when we said, let's stop,
Yes.
it happened.
Yeah.
And we took a necessary stop.
Yes.
It was very necessary. And then from there, once we opened up,
Yeah.
it was.
So it wasn't difficult to say,
No, it
let's
wasn't.
stop.
No, it wasn't.
And when they said it was, let's stop, you weren't tired, but you knew that let's stop. These are the coaches.
Yes, these are the coaches. I
Yeah.
am part of this team,
Yeah.
and then they probably know better than. And remember, they have a better view of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might be experiencing a struggle. For so many times, like I said,
Yeah.
I've drowned and down and failed to say, please help.
Yeah.
And then this time I was okay when somebody else saw it or realized something.
Yes.
They
And
said,
where is this
"Let's
that you guys are stopping now?
We are Pretoria West.
Okay.
Just after Heroes Acres. Before Heroes Acres.
Before Heroes Acres.
Before Heroes
Okay.
Acres.
So about 10 kilometers away. Is that 10? 12.
12, 15? Yeah.
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 No.
Yeah, no, 15.
15.
15 kilometers
So
away.
no, now you are too fast.
Yes.
You are just too
Yes.
fast.
Now we are doing game management.
Yes.
Now we don't want to lose the 95 kilometers that we've just
Actually,
done.
it was not even about
Yeah.
that. I think it was just an intuition for Ayman. No.
Yes.
We're just going too fast.
Yes.
Let's slow down a bit. Let's kokamoya. And fortunately, somebody needed to do other things.
Yeah.
In fact, it was a good thing because we needed to confirm there were people coming from
Yes.
Rustenburg,
Lerato.
Bolerato. So we needed to talk to them. So they came
Yes.
at a
Yes.
very,
Yes.
opportune time where we needed to sit and discuss going to it.
Yes.
But I know she was running.
She was running.
Maybe part of it was a strategy for us to take our breath. Because when you're older, when you're tired, you don't say I'm tired. Especially to somebody you're monitoring.
Yeah.
You just go, I know.
Yeah, you have to
slow
say,
down.
we don't want your legs too long.
Never mind. It was a good ego massage. And I really felt powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I really
the
felt
break,
happy.
you stop.
Yes.
It's clear now. You can see
Yes.
we are there. You can see what needs to be done.
Yeah.
the break. I'm sure Nelibolela, or was it?
I know, we actually sat down and then we ate
Yeah.
snacks
And then call
drank.
Lerato and find out who are they coordinating, all right, and then getting locations and stuff like that. Yeah.
And then the last bolt now.
I was singing all the way.
We were singing these crazy songs. We'll forward you some of the material. And then we were singing the cheerleader. The matriarch and You don't know who Rose is. We don't know what you've been told. People were asking, some were telling us you were lying when we say we came from Rustenburg by Frederick. They go like, you lying. And then you see the type of self-belief, and then I'm sorry to always bring this
it's fine.
contrast.
It was.
When whites saw us, they said, good job, well done, amazing. And then when you meet black people, they say, it cannot be true. What's wrong with you? What is it? It was a different, you see your people differently now, and I saw myself in them. The people that I did not know. This is where my pessimism lies from too. And this is what I'm breaking.
And the more of us do that, the more we'll have people thinking at that level. That we're talking
of
about.
possibilities. Yes, we are alive with possibilities. We are those possibilities. We can live those possibilities that we imagine.
Your daughter is how many kilometers away from the finish line? Is it at the finish line?
At the finish line. At the finish line, maybe about 100 meters away from me.
So
when I start
No,
recognizing,
not even 100 meters. They were about, because we were at the corner, they were probably about 400 meters. And then they waved.
they waved, and then I recognized her.
And
then she started crying, and then I felt
you were crying.
And your mother was running.
And then I felt, I could not have had a better moment. And then the role that my colleague Lerato played when I was doing this thing, I'm thinking of coming. But I'm scared of Pretoria and stuff like that. And then last night before I slept, I said, no, it's fine, baby girl. I understand how you can't come, Lerato. It's okay. I understand how you want to be here with me, but if you cannot find anybody to ride with, and then she said, no, I can come along, Lilianda. That was her last sentence. And then we left it there. Yes. And then Wayne, because he had to go to work, but today he was off, Wayne calls and says, how can I come and restart with you, get you from Mahalis? And then he said, now it's hanging up in the air. Wayne is thinking he should get himself a taxi to get here. To get to Mahalis. He's in Rustenburg. I can entertain it because I've already dropped off Lerato and said, it's fine, girl. I know you are supportive of me. Then in the morning, because Lerato says, nah, I'm coming. I'm going to pick up Luanda. Did you discuss with her to coordinate and everything? We are coming. Darno, here's Luanda's phone numbers. Talk to her. By the way, Luanda is one of her bridesmaids, Lerato's bridesmaids in August. So I said, call her, talk to her directly. We did speak a bit, Luyanda, now where there was hope that you will be coming. But now that you're saying you are reconsidering, then here are the numbers. Now I have to call Luyanda's dad and says, now be aware, this is what's going to happen. Sorry, I did not tell you earlier, but allow the child to come along because a friend of mine is coming to welcome me and I'd love her to be there. Not envisioning what I saw today. It was like, let me take her out a bit from home. That's what it was.
And you know what it did for her? What it did for her, it actually gave her power to actually think or know or she can do anything. Because her mother has walked from Rustenburg to Pretoria and done the impossible. So you actually subconsciously did that for her to show her Hori. There's nothing
It's a
impossible.
generational breaking of a generational curse and gift.
That's what you've done for her.
And the fact that she saw you coming to the field, you know,
Leading
sometimes
the pack.
leading. Remember, sometimes these things happen, and you're watching it on TV or on screen or photos or whatever, and you know that your mother ran. She knows what you looked like at the end of the finish line.
Yes, how
what
the
you felt
energy
like,
was,
what-
and
that energy transfer when you hugged her, when you
When you
embraced
cry,
her.
yeah,
nearly fell.
Yeah.
yeah.
She carried you.
And actually, even to that point, I'll call it vulnerability, but I agree as you guys are summarizing at the end, is that actually you've never felt more energetic. It's just to her, it looks like a vulnerability. In other words, remember, Yana Haira Merokwa school when she gets tired. She's never seen you be tired. She's just always seen you providing and whatever, and she thinks, oh, my mom is so strong.
Yes.
So she's seeing you for the first time in the act of doing it. And when you finish and you are tired and you are nearly falling, it's the first time she's seeing how even
You know
mom
what
can
she
fall
did
like
after
this.
She fell to her. Well, she sat down.
Yeah.
We both could not lift our feet. She took our shoes out.
Yeah.
She and then maybe indirectly, as much as she had passed on the baton, the matriarch has passed on the baton, this is it for her.
Yeah.
That continue. Remember, switch to SA still needs to be managed.
Yes.
This is the time where she needs to learn the ropes, just
Yeah.
like they do in their VW fathers dealerships.
Yeah.
Where on June, that's
Yeah.
where they are working, understanding the ropes of the business, how these
Yeah.
things are done. That's where I envision our kids should be during school holidays and whatever, so that they can see, I can actually start up something. The Jacobus and Science, we can be that too. Have a generational entity called Jacobus and Science.
You know, I think the one place that you have succeeded where I failed, I've got 3 girls as well.
Okay.
As I said, I run a farm. None of my girls are actually interested in the business, which is sad. And unfortunately, I think for me, the environment that I'm in, the support system, it actually doesn't encourage family legacy kind of thing. So they see it as a bad thing, so which is where you I think are succeeding. And unfortunately, sometimes I think that syndrome that I don't want to talk about, that you say doesn't exist.
You have lack of support.
Yes. And it's lack of support because I'm a very I want things to be done in this way, and that's not necessarily how you rope in people. Where my daughters are not part of the farm. In fact, my daughter preferred. She's got a BCom marketing.
Okay.
She should be actually helping in the business. But she would rather go get paid and work for 3 cents than work in the family business.
In the family legacy.
Because I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier on. When I'm at work, I'm at work. I don't play. When we discuss and we agree, 4 a.m. we are up. Not 4:05, not 2 minutes past 4. 4 a.m. we are up. So unfortunately, the younger generation doesn't understand.
To ask, where do you guys get that?
Remember, now I worked in a time where it's guys that came from the military. Remember my generation, the generation A ne kitimisa batho ba 2016.
Yes.
Ne ba le conscripted at 16, at 18. Key generation yak. And those people grew up kana goya discipline. So if we are living at 600 hours, 600 hours we are living, not we are about to live. If it says 1700 hours we are living, 1700 hours we are living. So I grew up at that time. Now, if you come and try and instill it, go through, it's like, yeah.
I think, yes, I get her. Remember, they were amongst the first black professionals.
Yes.
Ne?
And
then a lot of them, something which they highlighted was they've raised their kids together with nannies sometimes.
Yes.
And because I get they were trying to pull through in industry. For example, I've never had a nanny in my life. Maybe I had it for a month, but never finished the month because for some reason I could not. Another energy, I could not understand how somebody could be living in my own house. So I've raised my kids. We will come back at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I will fetch them from the cage, feed them, and go with them to work. That's how I raised them.
If
we
I was at
slept
home
together for the
for a
longest
week.
of time in the same bed. So they like to say, Mama, we're not that unsolicited advice. We talk about these things. And I tell them, here's what I'm going to do. Please put up with my nonsense. Meaning I'm absent from their lives. I'm not helping them with homework. And then they have to go to their dad's house and they are not enjoying it. So I preach all the time, Hore, I am doing this for you more than anything else. This is your legacy. This is what you need to get to. Please type for me this constitution which I've written by hand. She might not understand anything in it. But my hope is she understands this is for us. You might never know, maybe Singapore.
How do you think you be able to take from Sisbev that militarization? Because I know, and that's something I think even I struggle with, that our generation struggles with operations. We struggle with operations. How then do we take it from them, or how do we learn it from them? Because yes, Bonite was beat into them. It's too late now to beat it into me or whatever, right? But there also is a particular, like when you took charge, something in you had met that criteria in her that says she can now lead, she can now be the one that
he militarized me, like the esteem. Because I
don't think it was militarizing you. I think you saw the first day. The first day waking up was a challenge. I finished everything before them. But I think you guys realized the second day, no. We needed to be we needed to do things the way we said we're going to do them. Because I think what is important, which is something that I'm learning as well. The militarization thing is not good. It has its advantage and disadvantage. The advantage is that you are always precise, you're always, and then things happen. But the disadvantage is you lose people.
100%.
You lose people. So how you go about it, which is something that I think I'm struggling with my children. And Mena, if I was at home for a week in a month, it was too much. Literally, my last child, who is 16 now, grew up with nannies.
I cannot begin to imagine.
No, but that at that time,
my career never got to her level. I had to sacrifice something.
No. It's not about sacrificing something. It's about, because even if I was working local, because I grew up, I was a single parent, I needed to do certain things. There's no way that you can be an engineer and be available. Like my commissioning. I would commission for 26 hours straight. Now, how do you commission a plant for 26 hours straight, and then you've got a child at home? You get a nanny. So, but coming back to the struggle with your kids, we need to find a balance. how we got to it was that we discussed the night before. Tell me what time.
And then
not me telling you.
Yes.
Tell me what time.
So it gave me authority. This was my call.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't give you authority only. It gives a responsibility to say, you are the one who decided.
Yes.
So you can't decide and not follow through.
Yes.
So that's that. You see,
Yes.
that's where the balance. That's Handy before. Another way I was like, my baby, you shall.
Yes.
It's not negotiable. You shall. Now it's okay. Tell me, what do we do? What do you think? Now, if we don't do it, who's going to be accountable? Certainly it's you. You decided. Okay.
Bo mama ke re wena o rile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then nna ne ke sa khone because ne ke le busy ka di assignment tsa. It was not her call. It was not her. It was. Now I see it. This is that light bulb moment.
I think this is where experience
Yeah.
comes. You say,
Yeah.
okay, I've been used to this, and this works if there's authority and you're scared of it.
Yes.
But now we're not living in an authoritative environment. It's where we need to collaborate now. Now you take your responsibility.
Yeah.
I'll follow you. So you become the boss. Now, if you're the boss and you take a decision, who are you going to blame when you fail? Me?
Own it.
No.
You own it is yours. If you own it is yours, and I own it is mine. Yeah, it is mine. And I'm grateful. You see, first class PhD, Mahala Law. 3 days boot camp PhD. How to be your better version. How to be the person that you were intended to be. And then you get the crash course from Ausmuronga, Bramo, and Ausbev. And very other many people around us.
So what now? And maybe not immediately, but now the boot camp is going to happen. JCP has agreed.
Yes.
The funding, the bank details are there to be raised. Umvuzo has delivered on their path. We can tick.
And calls are coming in and says, we've seen your posters.
Yes.
How can we help? Humbly.
Okay.
Humbly. And for us, Bev, we like, these are the board, the advisory team going forward, because Lebona, they have this dream, this vision. What is stopping? Because chances are, Ausbev, we might be closer by age, and she might relate better to me because I'm a slacker as well. And then come in every now and then and see what's happening there at switch to SA, because we have to manage it as a business, so it is self-sustaining over and over and over and over again. And then we need our kids to have wisdom and to have opportunities for the experiential training. Because
Can I just stop you and go back a little bit? Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry
ma'am.
to
Yes,
stop
ma'am.
your train of thought. The question is, what's next? You are talking to the vision. Now, we need to have an action plan for the board. Now, these are the needs, these are the needs, these are the needs, these are the needs. And then from there, we get a strategic session. How are we going to get those needs? I think that's where your question is going.
I was asking a strategy question.
Yes.
I was asking what she was answering, but the reason I actually appreciate you, because now for me, now according to Lila Bill, you should be resting. Now is not
and then
the time.
believe it or not,
Now
we
is
are
not the time on TV to be asking you, okay, what next?
No, Bramo said it. The interviewer is hot, so no, we cannot.
Now you cannot stop.
Now we can't stop. Yeah, repeat minutes.
Yeah, I think I want to get the vision. Operationally, what I appreciate, as I say, and actually, I'm glad I asked in her presence, because if I'd asked you alone, you'd have given me the vision,
Yes.
and I would have been happy. I'm your generation. I'm a slacker too.
Yes.
I would have said, I
Yeah,
make
tick,
sense.
tick, tick, tick.
Tick, 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 tick. Rose done.
Yes.
I'm glad she did it the way she did it, to show you that operations is still missing and it's still very important. When we say what next
Yeah.
thing, I did mean what next in terms of switch to SA is not a walk. The walk was the activation and the awareness to say, this is who we are, this is what we are about, and this is how deeply we believe in it. I get it. And then now that has been done. Now, as you are saying, microphones are in front of you, opportunities are coming, and they're saying, how can we help, whatever. And Sis Bev is rightfully saying that when they are asking that, they want to know, okay, what do you need where? This is again your Umvuzo moment where they say, what's her name? Is it Zelda?
Yes, Zelda. Yes.
Zelda?
Yes.
Listen to this lady. And then Zelda says, tell us what you need and we'll put it on. How many are you, whatever. That is what everybody else is doing now. Now, not for the 110 kilometers, but for the next 110 years of Switch SA.
Yes.
That's what they are asking. And now what I'm asking to close it off is to say, again, when I say what's next, in other words, now that you have earned the right to say this is Switch SA, what is Switch SA, and what is the goal that we are trying to achieve with these kids?
Switch SA. It is public-private partnership organization where we intend to teach or educate a black child to trust in his potential to succeed or to be the better version of themselves. We are not assuming by offering these courses that they will become tech engineers. We say, go apply this where you see gaps. Go fill up the space you belong. This South Africa is yours, and the world, it is yours, it's your oyster. Believe that you can achieve. That's what we are trying to bring them to. How are we gonna get to our 110 years? Is the next steps, a techno center where we can have deep rural South African kids, because now, because of financial constraints, we cannot get to deep rural. Take it to deep rural. If it means we have to equip a bus and tailor it and design it in such a manner that we can have laptops and seating arrangements so that we can have a moving techno center, let it be, so that we can actually reach the child somewhere there. I always get not angry, but I do not have any other word for it. When you see a village or a place where they say, we have not had water in the last 2 weeks, yet an SABS truck can arrive.
Has delivered the case
5 days.
Yeah.
Or for the whole 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
A big pipeline coming from the mine
passes your house
in the middle
of a village,
and
and
there's
there's
no
not
water.
water. The mine or whatever industry is lit,
But there's no electricity.
electricity next door.
In those villages, there's roofs of houses, but they don't have the mind of harvesting that wood.
Yes. Or there's a high content iron ore they sit on, yet their roofs are leaking. That's the beneficiation, where beneficiation comes in. We need to make sure we create something out of nothingness. For many times the resources of Africa have went out. of Africa, only to be sold back to us, the catalytic converters in our vehicles and all that. It's about time we did that for ourselves and sell it to the world, because already we have resources. Most of the richest countries have no resources. That's why maybe this is part, maybe it might sound like it has a lot of political angling, but maybe yes, let it be that. If that's the case, our kids need to every day wake up and understand that it's up to them to change the status quo. There's no Messiah president who's gonna come and save them.
There's no miracle.
There's no miracle.
That will take you from
Do not look
Rustenburg.
up.
That will
Yes,
take
I
you from
have. I
Rustenburg
told
to-
you a PhD. I'm busy here with my PhD. I'm finishing off. Yeah, I'm in my gown, my red gown, Baba. Yeah, hurry. Yes, pray. But do not put your hands together like this. Work. Work, make it happen for yourself. We were taught to believe in air, in the emptiness, in the nothingness, so that it shall bring it to you. And hence we become victims of unscrupulous religious people sometimes, because of we forgot the God who we assume is in heaven is within us. We are the creators. As much as He has created the heavens and earth, we can create what is here. So this is what Switch to SA I hope to arrive. Luanda, my daughter, always says, "Hey Mama, when are you like giving unsolicited advice?" Because every time I will talk like this to the youth, just like the Uber driver that we had this morning, and I said, make it, maybe not necessarily in this fashion, Hore. We need to make sure that the economy is directed back to us. And then it directed back to people who look like us, without soliciting bribe, without making it feel like a favor or whatever, but because it is within our right. We can run the economy without the 10%. We can do it. And then it's us who are making it happen. The tarred roads, who builds the tarred roads? Physically. We do. Where did they get the technology? Timbuktu? We did. It was because we were oppressed for so long that they said Africa was a dark continent and did not have any technologies and whatever, but tar was here. Ceramics as we see them today. And whatever, and not break and still cook. That technology, it's a whole degree called ceramics in university. But our grandparents knew. And where did they, and then they said it was not documented. It's because our libraries were burnt down. We are grateful for today people like you are creating this library. How did you do it? We are grateful you are creating our own Timbuktu and saying this is the scholarly. Yes, 3, yes, Timbuktu 3, yes. You are yes. Yeah.
So Switch SA, you say you're doing that for digital, for closing the digital gap.
Yeah.
You are teaching kids coding and robotics, so that they can actually have the skills
to do something,
for themselves in their village.
Yeah.
And
Not just for themselves, to solve some of the issues
the
that
problems
we
there.
see.
Read it all the more. Let's see.